Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about status system on Google Sheets. Now, if you've ever worked in operations or you have a lot of things to process, status systems are very crucial. So in order for you to understand which stage is a particular process in, you can define a status system and make sure that every order that you're shipping out or every project that you are working on, you understand what stage it is in. So stay on in this video and I'll be explaining what kind of formulas can be really helpful for this, and let's go ahead and try to figure out. So when you're building a status system, let's understand a very basic scenario and then build it from there. So when it comes to the scenario, let's say we are running a shop and every day we are receiving online orders in order to process. Um, they are from different values, etc., but your internal operations team is receiving the order, then processing it, and then shipping it out to the customers. Now it's very important that you have some kind of system with you which allows you to see which orders are in the receiving stage, which are in process stage, and which are under shipment stage. So today what we are going to do is we're going to study how and which order for which price is at which stage by assigning statuses to them. Okay, this is a very simple process. You will only need to understand one formula or one function which is common in Excel and Google Sheets, that is the if function. So let's try to understand how we can modify if function and turn it into something super amazing. All right, if you have worked with if functions before, it's great. We are going to be doing something that's called nested if function, which means an if function inside an if function. So for those who don't know how an if function works, I'll just quickly take you through it. So if function is setting a condition, let's call it condition A, and if the value is true, what should be the response? And if the value is false, what should be the response? So let's say if you want to say if A is equal to 2, then say even, otherwise say odd, and so on and so forth. So there is really no limit into how long you want to make this if function. If you have like a list of 3 statuses you want to give 8 statuses, you just have to find a chronological way to do that. So let's get into an example and I will explain exactly what I'm talking about, and it's very simple. Let's say we have this order ID over here. We have the category, price, date. We don't need all of that. We just need to know that we are referring to this order ID when we are talking about the status. Now your team has just one job, that they need to keep this progress stage updated. So every time there is an order received and they know about it and they are sending it to processing, they would just check mark this stuff, and then when they have processed it and it's ready to be shipped, they will select this one, and when it's shipped out, they select this one. So as long as you have the team who is marking the progress in their systems, you will be able to build these statuses. Okay, so let me just help you understand what I was talking about with the nested if. So you start with an if function where you say, okay, equal to if, and then let's build the status. Now in nested if function, if you're building statuses and it is in a chronological way, always remember to go from the back to the front, which means the last stage which should be, and then the second last, and then go back to the first stage. Okay, this has helped me a lot because it has allowed me to use if functions in a way where I can make sure that the last stage is met and then go back. So in this scenario, I first want to check if this process is shipped or not. Okay, so if this process is shipped, I want to check if cell I4 is equal to true, and if it's equal to true, I would like to say that this is shipped. But as you can see, it is not true. Then we open another if, which says if it is not met, the condition of it being true is not met, then go for another if and check if this order has been processed or not. let's assign the status if it is processed. So let's say if it is true, the status would be processed. Okay, but what if it is also not true? As you can see here, then the status needs to go further back and see if the order was received. And then if this order is true, let me just start another if this order is true, then we need to check what should be the status. It should say that the order was received. And now that we don't have any further stages left, we have to close this if function with even order is not received, what should go. So I would say nothing. Like I would just say there is no entry of this order, we haven't even received it or acknowledged it, let's just keep it empty. And you just close all the functions that you have just added. Okay, now you see all three things are empty and not true, so this shows as an empty stage. Let me say I mark this order as received and I check this box. You see that the order has been received. And when I say okay, the order has been received, we have processed it, and I would like to check this box, you see the status changes to processed. And then when we are ready to ship it, it will be sent to shipping and says that this is shipped. Now let's go back a little and see if this process was, or the order was received. Logically, how this function is working is first is checking whether it's shipped. No, it's not shipped. And then it's going back and seeing whether it is processed. No, it's not processed. But then it's going back and seeing whether this order has been received or not, and says true there. Okay, then it brings back the value that the order has been received. This particular status system can work for multiple ways in multiple operations and multiple processes. No matter how you create it, all you have to feel is that you need to use the if function in the best way possible. So nested if is the way to go if you want to give status systems. Ifs is also a good option, but I would prefer to take nested ifs because sometimes you have to look at multiple conditions and multiple scenarios in different spaces, and it kind of gets confusing with that. So I hope this helped, and I hope that you will be able to allot statuses to your processes and operations, and your life will be much easier for you to understand. So if you want, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you with more updates. Please do let me know in comments what more would you like to know about, if there's something Google Sheets that you get stuck on. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.